Hello and welcome to Jessika Olivia Skapar, a podcast about creativity and life on Gotland. My name is Jessika and you can find me on Instagram as Jessika Olivia Skapar and on Ravelry as Jessika Olivia. In January, my podcast is turning 2 years. So I want to thank you all for being here and being here with me and following me and be part of this lovely community. So I will give a thank you to you and have a giveaway here on YouTube. So to participate in the giveaway, subscribe to my YouTube channel and write a comment below. So write in the comments what what inspired you right now. So what inspired you in your creativity, and you will be a part of the giveaway. And the giveaway will be until 18th of February, so approximately 2 weeks. What you can get in the giveaway is either one of these project bags that I sell myself with some cotton fabric in this lilac brownish color, and this eco-printed fabric that I eco-printed with flowers and leaves from my garden. So this fabric I made last year, and this is the other side. And the inside is green lining and some pockets, and it's very roomy. You can have a sweater quantity of yarn in this, and it has like a little string in top. So this will be one thing to get in the giveaway, and another thing you can get is some stitch marker that I made myself, and I will put a picture of them here so you can see how they look. So it will be 2 winners, and I will pick one winner for the Swedish video and another for the English video. So if you want to have higher chance to win, you can put a comment on both videos, because I record this in both English and in Swedish. So that's a tip if you want to have higher chance to win. But this is one thing you can get if you are a lucky winner. So on to what I have been finishing since last time. So I'm sitting in my storm sweater that I just finished this week. There is a design from PetiteKnit that I have been showing sometimes before here in the podcast, because it have been quite a long whip, but now it's totally finished. So it's pretty oversized in the model, and it's the most oversized sweater I have, I think, that I knit myself. And it's quite roomy. I knitted the second size, and this is the smallest sleeves, the stitch count for sleeves, but it's quite roomy and it's super cozy. I think I'm gonna wear it a ton, both at home and at work. The modification I made is that I made shorter rib and took away one section of the texture part. So one section panel of the structure panels less in both arms and on the body. And I cropped it so it will fit my body better. And I have seen in other pictures of other people making it that they also cropped it. So yeah, and I like the construction very well. it's the first time that I made this drop shoulder construction like this, that you start in the back and then then the front panels and joining it around and everything like that. But I really liked the outcome of this, and I knitted it in a yarn on a cone that I brought from Garnspecialisten in Denmark. It's a blend of Merino, viscose and Angora, so it's a very fine quality yarn that have a very nice halo of the Angora. I don't know if it shows here, but have a very nice halo and it's very warm and nice. I knit on 4mm needles, and I think it's a very nice thickness and very nice drape to the fabric. So I think that's it for this sweater. Then we have another sweater that I finished. I showed you last time that I was knitting on Bjära sweater, a design by Sjösvärd. And I knitted quite a lot on this in the Christmas holidays, and it was a pretty quick knit because it's knitted up on 6mm needles. I needed to go up a needle size actually from the pattern to get gauge, but now it's finished. And I made it not so cropped as Anna did it, so I made a little bit longer in the body, and turned out really good. And it's super thick and cozy sweater, and I really like this textured yoke. And it is knitted in 2 strands of Nutiden in the colorway Linärva. There is a nutty brown color, like hazelnut brown, and I think it suits me very well, and I'm gonna wear it outside for springtime and like a second layer in the winter time, and I'm super excited to start wearing this. Then we also have some slippers that I think I showed you last time as well. And this is There and Back Again slippers, designed by Tania Barley. And a very quick and easy knit with this very nice stitch pattern on the foot. So I think I knitted them on 3mm needles, and I used up 60 grams of Nutiden in the colorway Vägen Halm. That is a very nice beige gray color that I really like. And I think I'm gonna do more slippers in this design, and I think I want to do one slipper without the texture pattern, like this, the pattern on top, and just make it in stockinette, and then do some embroidery maybe on top of the foot. Wouldn't that be nice to have some embroidered slippers? And I think that would be a very nice gift as well. So that's something I'm thinking about. But I really liked the outcome of this. And the last project that I finished since last time, knitting wise, is this cardigan. So I cast it on and bind it off. Since last time it was a very easy and fast knit, and this is a V-shaped neckline, dropped shoulder cardigan, a little bit cropped with 4 buttons like this. And this design is coming from Sandnes garn, from this a book, and it's called Mjukt till dame, and this is in, is it, yes, it is in Swedish, but I think there is in alternatives for other language as well. So this is the number 13. So the cardigan that I knitted was this one. That's how it looks like. And it's on very thick needles. I knitted mine on 8mm needles, and it was a pretty quick knit. The yarn I used is a Finnish unspun yarn that is called Villanka. Villanka förgarn that I brought from Libbsticka garn here in Sweden, and it's the cakes that is wound up on is 2 strands together, so it's pretty thick yarn, and yeah, I like how the fabric become. So the design is knitted from the bottom up to the armholes, and then you knit up the right front and the left front and the back piece, and then you're joining it together on the shoulders. Then in the pattern you should work the sleeves from the cuff down and then sew them together, but I made a modification that I picked up stitches around the armhole and knitted it in the round down to the desired length. That made it change the directions of the knitting stitches, so the knitting stitches will go, the legs will go down on the body and up on the sleeves, but doesn't matter for me. And then you pick up around the whole collar to make the ribbing and the bottom bands. It took me like 2 weeks to knit this, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a very cozy cardigan to wear at home or at work, or just snuggling up in on the colder months. And then we have come to what I'm knitting on and the plans that I'm for the knitting things I want to start with. And what I'm knitting on right now, since I finished those other big projects, this halfway through slipover that is called Diamond Twill Slipover, a design by Nina Pommerenke. And I have knitted the body part round, and then I'm on the front panel, and now I'm gonna do the right and left shoulder and shaping for the neck here, and then do the same for the back and shaping for the neckline, and then sew together in on the shoulders, and then ribbing for the neck and armholes. So that's what I'm doing. I really like the stitch pattern, how it looks, but it is very easy. It's just purls and knit stitches, but it's quite hard to mindless knit this, because this I think is quite hard to follow the chart without following the chart. I mean, you have to look at the chart. I need to look at the chart for every row, and now that I made some decreases, I don't have a full repeat on the sides here, so I need to think for every row backwards how I'm gonna knit those side stitches here. The pattern was originally published in Linus' book Easy Knits, and it's a very short pattern. I mean, it left out pretty much information. And knit the other side, like the other shoulder, as the first shoulder, but just change the increases, or yeah. So it doesn't specify how to do it, and it doesn't show. The pattern repeat is only like a square of this. It's not like increases or decreases like following in the chart. So it's kinda needs some brain power to knit on this. It's quite a fast knit. It's with 2 strands of Nutiden in the Nutiden Rågad and on 4mm needles, so it's a pretty fast knit, but it takes a lot of brain capacity from me right now, and I want to finish it, because if I don't finish it now, it's gonna be a UFO. So I need to do some progress on this, otherwise I don't know what to do with it. But I really want to have the finished product, but I don't enjoy so much knitting on it right now. Then on to some plants. So I have brought some yarn. One of the yarns that I brought was this Sandnes Recycled tweed. So it's a tweed yarn with 80% extra fine wool and 20% cashmere, and it has a very nice green color with those specks like tweed knobs of different other colors. And I brought this on sale, and this color really got my eye, and I made a little swatch to see how the yarn behaves in the fabric, and it's very drapey and nice fabric, and I like the outcome of it. So I think it's 2-ply. Yes, it's a 2-ply, quite bouncy yarn, and I want to knit a Kelly sweater with it, and this sweater is in the front of this. So this is the Kelly sweater pullover, and it have a split in the side and a pretty wide raglan with this. Yeah, that's what got me, I guess. And it's like a mock neck that is quite higher in the neck, and I really like this style of this sweater, and I think that will be a staple in the wardrobe, like a the yarn will shine for its own, and a very nice sweater, I guess, like a mindless knit. Then I also brought this yarn, and it is Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino in the colorway Cream, that I want to knit a vest. So I don't know if it's the name is cameo or cameo vest, but it's a vest with this stitch pattern and also some cables, and it's button up. It's like a vest, like button up, with buttons in the front, and I really like this merino yarn for this in this cream, and that will be lovely with, yeah, like layering in the wardrobe. So that's another plan. And the last plan is that I brought this Gynt from Sandnes Garn in a colorway that is called Cocoa Nibs, and I haven't knit in this yarn either, but I want to try it. And it's 100% Norwegian wool, and it have a little bit of a halo, but it's quite rustic, and this pattern has some knobs like bubbles. And I'm gonna knit a Louise pullover that is designed by Lisa Woolridge, and this is a little test of how that will be, and I think that will be super great. I like this color a lot. And now we have come to spinning. Last time I showed you that I was spinning a spinning fiber from Höner Eir. This is the colorway at cardigan number 6, and in this nature black with deep orange and rust color, and I spun it to a finger into sport, and this is 100 grams, and I have 300 grams left that I want to spin with. And then I'm gonna swatch for a sweater in this. So I need another color. Probably it's gonna be a yoke sweater. I'm not gonna tell you so much about it yet, but I want to have a contrast. I need to have a contrast color to this as well. And I also spun up 400 grams of this fine wool bats carded fiber from fine wool in this naturally brown color from Ullkontoret here on Gotland. So this is much thicker. If you compare, let's see, this is much thicker. So this is a sport one, and this is a worsted one. And this first one I spun. I spin everything on my spinner from Sjösvärd, and this one I spun like short draft, and this is like a long draft, and more woolen spun, so it's more bouncy and more airy. And what I'm doing with this right now is that I'm weaving a wrap, like a big shawl slash blanket. So I'm weaving this on my Sjösvärd rigid heddle loom, and so I'm doing something special for this, and I can show you how it looks like on the loom, but I'm gonna show you more in detail when the wrap is finished. So what I also brought is this control card, so for spinning, and it's made by Trefström's garn, cardigan that made this, and you can control the thickness of your yarn. So if we take this, you can see that it should be like worsted like this, and this is probably sport. So you can control yourself while spinning, and it also have like a wraps per inch that you can measuring as well. Yeah, but I think it can be very handy when you're spinning your own yarn. So I'm gonna start using this. I showed you that I made this produce bag for the giveaway, but I also made this produce bag that we have back here, that uses the same canvas here, cotton canvas in the bottom, but a different fabric for the top. And this is also fabric that I eco-printed, and I love this. This one's gonna be for another giveaway from the lovely Ina in Knitting Ina. She's having a Carl, a knit along with that is called Sticka med ingenting nytt, like scrap yarn knitting, and that she hosting the whole year. And I reached out to her to tell her that I want to give her this for her giveaway. So I'm gonna send this to Ina. And the last project bag that I made is this one, with like the patchwork, like a patchwork star of leftover fabrics, and in back it's these squares in different colors, and this one I made for myself. And inside it has some pockets and this linen, very nice linen fabric. So it have become 3 prize bags that I sold. And then I also sold some other knitting related thing, and this is this case for knitting needles. So I can try to show you it. It looks like this. So I need to, a bit hard to show you. It's like this. So it has small pockets for the interchangeable knitting needles, and then has 3 pockets here. So here one pocket, and one pocket, and then it have a big pocket that you can put things in here. This is the inside, and this is the outside. So I'm making this is like a prototype of this needles case, and then just wrap it like this. And I'm probably gonna make another closing thing, but for now I just have this ribbon to close it. But I think it turned out pretty good actually, so I'm thinking of making more of these. Maybe some of you want to have one, let me know. It's very fun to make. And I'm also sewing some patchworks. It's like a patchwork fabric that I'm gonna make into a spring jacket. So I'm making the jacket, the Daphne jacket, by a design by Vivian Xiao Shen. Excuse me for the pronunciation there. But here I have made 2 fabric pieces for, this is gonna be the sleeves, and then I'm working on the back panel, and then 2 front panels, and then I'm gonna sew it together. And this is the back side, and it's all my best colors combined and in these scraps. I really like this one. It's combining all the nice colors. So this one I want to make for spring. And that I think was everything that I made since last time. The garden is still sleeping, having its winter sleep. Today I'm gonna start to put the first seeds in the soil, like for paprika, chili, aubergine. So it's gonna be the first seeds in the pots today. So today I'm gonna plant chili, paprika and eggplant. And yeah, the first seeds of the year is super exciting. So we're preparing inside for those things and planning what to plant and what to grow. Later this year I want to make a very nice dye garden, flowers to dye with and vegetables to eat. And I also picked some flowers from the garden. I don't know what it's called in English, but in Swedish we call them snödroppar, like snowdrops, because they're the first thing that's come up in the springtime. And they are actually smelling really much, like very rich. I haven't thought about that before, but they are smelling very nice. And this is the single one with like 3 petals. Very nice. So I'm gonna put them on the kitchen table and enjoy that spring is coming very soon. So don't forget about the giveaway to participate. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and put a comment below this video what inspires you right now. Thank you all for being here. See you next month. Have a lovely week. Bye.